Hello, everyone. I hope you're doing well. I just wanted to say a big thank you to all our new subscribers who found the channel. It's lovely to have you here. Spirit has been calling me to, talk about the shifts recently, and Archangel Michael and Archangel Metatron saying, Neelam, come on, you've got to start talking about this. And so we have, and it's just expanded the community because many are going through their shifts. And I just hope that this space that we hold for you will give you, some insight, some healing, so energies of peace, messages, because we do stay ahead of the wave. Like all the channelings I do and the energy updates I bring, they are ahead of the waves. We stay on top of the waves so that we know what's coming, so that we can navigate our way through it. So, Archangel Michael is always with me. He stands on one side. Archangel Metatron also is standing next to me. And also Isis with her wings open wide is standing behind me. So, Archangel Gabriel is also here, as is Archangel Sandalphon. So there's many archangels around, and also the Archurians have popped their head in. So I have many beings that work with me, and multitude of beings. We are a team. We are here to support you through your transition and to support humanity at this time, and bring in any messages that we feel guided to bring in to share with you. So this morning when I was, since a few days, Archangel Michael has been asking me to talk about grief. When we go into the dark night of the soul, we do experience grief. It's a part of the peeling away of the old layers and of the old pain to come back to our true selves. So, grief is so, so important to strip away the ego, to let go of the wounding of the past, to allow the heart to thaw, because the energies that are coming in are humongous. I mean, they're vibrations of pure love. So we have to kind of open the heart gates to receive this new energy. And if we're being called to open our heart gates, we have to let go of the past wounding, where our heart is guarded, where we hold ourselves back from love, where we have resistance to love, where we don't trust in love, and where we've closed ourselves down, where we think we are unworthy of love or receiving more love. Uh, Spirit is asking us to look at that at this time. And if you are going through the grieving process, sometimes when we lose someone in our life that we loved, we go through that deep grief, or when we've separated in a relationship and we've gone into a new space and you're on your own journey now, you're an independent person, you're going into a new phase of your life, that can be really, that can bring up a lot of sadness and grief because you're letting go of what was familiar and what you've known for so long. And now you're on this new space and you've got to go on your new journey and you've got to navigate your journey step by step. So that can bring up a lot of grief as well. So right now, if you are going through the dark night of the soul, Archangel Michael says you need to just sit and be in that space. So very often when you go into the dark night of the soul, you have to be on your own. And you go into this little cocoon where you are going to go through your transformation and resurrection. And in that space, all of your emotions are going to come out, like all the darkness, the shadow that we've not been able to look at, we are forced to look at. And we have to feel our pain. You have to feel it to heal it. We have to feel it to heal it. So that's when the grief comes out. That's when you will cry your tears. There will be moments when you're fine and moments when you just cry your eyes out. And he's saying to allow the grieving, allow the tears to flow. Don't judge them. Don't hold them back. Don't push them down. Just let them move through you like waves, waves of water, because it's really important to grieve, because on the other side of the grief is your freedom, is your liberation, is your expression, is your happiness. So it's really important to be with your emotions right now, to feel your grief, to sit in your grief. And sometimes we can feel uncomfortable to sit in our grief, but it is so important to sit in our grief. We've all done it and we're all being called to do it. So if you are going into that tunnel right now, and many souls are going into the tunnel right now, it's to be with your emotions, to allow the heart to thaw, because there are new frequencies coming in that are going to expand your heart. Your higher heart is coming online in a new way. Your heart is expanding in a new way. And as we move into new earth, our GPS system is our heart. This is our heart. We're navigating with our heart. So we have to kind of get back to neutrality, get back to the higher vibrations, release all the wounding that we have around the heart, all the, emotional neglect and heartbreak and heartache and loss, anything that you've held in your heart where maybe you didn't bond with your mother when you were a child and you didn't receive the unconditional love that you were meant to receive as a child. All of those emotions, or if you went through a difficult relationship and a difficult breakup, it all sits in the heart, and then we'd shut our heart gates and we don't trust in love again. And it takes time to open our heart again, to love again. But this time, Spirit is saying to allow your heart to open, allow your heart to open, allow your heart to thaw. He keeps using that word thaw. Allow your heart to thaw because it needs to thaw so that those emotions that have been crystallized can start to flow. So to cry your tears and not to hold them back because the new frequencies are bringing in so much love that we have to be able to hold the love that is coming in. So I wrote something down that I wanted to share. So grief is part of the process of awakening, grief of the old life, of the pain of past lives, of the heavy burdens you carry, of all the times you couldn't speak up for your needs, of the places in your heart that still carry grief and memories of the past. Where it froze in time, the heart is thawing, so allow the tears. They are necessary to love thyself again, to let the heart heal from heartbreak and heartache, to shed and release, so that your heart can grow and expand and love unconditionally. If we hold anger, we cannot unite. If we hold unforgiveness, we cannot unite. If we are conflicted with ourselves, we are not at peace. It's first unity with self before it can be unity with all. Grief is necessary to become the next level of you. So, we're moving towards unity consciousness, and unity consciousness asks us to have compassion. And this is a thing that we're moving into unconditional love and passion. How can we love another if we are holding these wounds in our heart? We will be triggered, and we will lash out or we will shut down. But at this time, we're being called to flow like water, like to navigate our life with like water step by step, going with the flow, opening our heart gates to receive the abundance of the blessings that are coming in. But we cannot receive these abundant blessings coming in if we're not open to receiving them. So grief is part of the process. When you go through the dark night of the soul, and you go into the cocoon, it's really important to be on your own, to be in isolation, because when you are in isolation and when you are feeling your emotions, all those crystallized emotions start to dissolve and then the tears start to flow. And it is only in that time of isolation can we start to surrender. Really, we start to surrender and we start to feel everything that we haven't till this time, till this point felt. And that's when spirit comes in. That's when your guides come in. When you've surrendered into that place of, I give up. I don't know what to do. Like, I don't know how to navigate my life. I'm just lost. When you drop into that place of just feeling lost. And there were many comments on the previous videos that said, I'm lost. I'm lost. And I say that just be in that lost space, just be in that lost space so that you can be found. You can find yourself, your true self. So that's the part of the ego death that you're going through, but you're coming online in a new way. You're coming online in a new way. So it's to be with yourself as you alchemize, as you change. Your molecular structure is changing. You are changing as a soul. As you surrender, you start to let more light in. Your guides can then start to come in and they speak to you through your heart. So as the heart thaws, the light comes through and then they start to connect with you and talk to you. So Archangel Michael says it's really important to allow your tears to flow. So not to be ashamed, not to feel guilty about what you feel, not to even put like a time frame on when you should get through the process of grieving. We're all different and we take different, amounts of time to grieve. So it's important to be with your emotions right now. And there's a lot of emotion coming up, and we're going into Scorpio season. And Scorpio season brings up a lot of emotions. We go into the shadow. Scorpio season is about the shadow. and connecting with our shadow to see what's lying under the water for us to look at this time. So Archangel Michael, I'm going to bring him through and see what he wants to say to us. Let's see what he wants to say to us at this time. And he's just reminding us to be silent, be in our stillness, to just be, nothing to do, just to be with yourselves, be silent, be in your cocoon, wherever you're at, be in that space. Can you accept this moment exactly the way it is? Can you accept the moment that you are in exactly as it is, this moment in time that you are in? Can you accept this moment and everything that it brings to you? Learning to be and not to do all the time, learning to be with yourselves, get to know yourselves. Because when you get to know yourselves, you can fully step into your sovereignty. You have to get to know yourselves deeply before you can step into your sovereignty, understanding what makes you tick, who you are, what you love, what you won't accept going forward, the lessons from the past, what did you learn from the challenges, the misuse of power, the imbalances, the archetypal structures, the limitations on your soul, the poverty consciousness, the old beliefs that kept you small. Can you look at everything? Why did you experience what you did? Why do you carry the heartache in your heart? Can you let it thaw? Can you allow the new part of you to come online? Can you allow your higher heart to be activated and to so that you can experience more love, dear ones, so much love. An ocean of love is coming in, but we need space in your heart to receive it. So you are making space by grieving the past. It is time to let it go, to let your hearts thaw, to leave the memories in the past where they belong, but to reclaim your light and bring it back into this lifetime. It is time to travel to new vibrations and new destinations beyond time and space, meeting your quantum selves and your cosmic selves and upgrading and up-leveling to the next level of experience here on earth, creating your heaven on earth. If we do not know sadness, we cannot know what happiness really feels like. If we don't know betrayal, we'll never know what it means to stand in our power. If we do not know abandonment, we'll never know what connection really feels like and belonging. So we are releasing, understanding duality and what we learned from the contrast. It is only in the contrast and the conflict that we truly grow. So be with yourselves, dear ones, in your tunnel of light. Be with yourselves as you alchemize and resurrect your soul. Come online in a new way, on a higher vibration. This is your path. This is the way. Through the grief, you will find the light. So have compassion, dear ones. Sit with yourselves. Be with yourselves through this time as you reclaim all parts of self. And most importantly, you activate your heart gates. You open those heart gates. You allow the new energy in, but you're making space. So you must let go to make space, just like your wardrobes. You cannot bring in new clothes if the old have not left. It's the same with the heart. You release the old energy, you make space, you clear out, and then the new energy can come in. So if you are going through a grieving process right now, allow it. It's preparing you for more love, more connection, more belonging, more unity, more community, more soul family. It's preparing you for so much more. So allow it, dear ones. Allow it. It's all coming in. We send you our loving, loving vibrations and our deep compassion as you transition into new vibrations. It's happening, dear ones. It's happening at record speed. So be gentle with yourselves and keep going. You're doing an amazing, amazing job. And we are so proud of you. We send you our love and we send you our blessings. We are Archangel Michael and Archangel Metatron at your service. Beautiful. Archangel Metatron and Archangel Michael. You know, when I was running some events last year, they told me that they are the ones very present in this shift and they're helping us through this shift and the split. So I'm not surprised that they're here. They have been encouraging me to, share information and just guide souls through. So we will keep doing that. We will keep doing that. Some of the cards, let's have a look what some of the cards that came out today. Why was the first card? We are asking a lot of questions of ourselves. Why did I go through what I did? Why did this situation play out the way it did? Why am I experiencing the pain? Where is it coming from? We're releasing a lot of ancestral trauma as well and trauma from the bloodlines and childhood as well. All the trauma that gets locked in our energy field, we are clearing it. So we are asking a lot of questions. And during Scorpio season, you will get a lot of answers because we are able to go into the shadows at this time and get a higher perspective of our journey. So, be with everything you're feeling, dive deep, allow yourselves to sit in the shadow, but you will get more insights about your journey and you'll really understand things from a new perspective through this time. There's just so much clarity coming in, and we are able to see our situations from a higher perspective. So, yeah, be with that space. The higher powers are around, the beings of light are around, they're helping us to transform, to go through our metamorphosis. But remember, the higher power is coming in to help you. So if you are going through a transformation, a dark night of the soul, it's to know that as you surrender into that energy, the guides can come in and help you. So the light is in the darkness, the light is always there, and you're reclaiming your light through the darkness. You're reclaiming your true selves through the darkness. Change in the wind. There's huge changes in the wind. We're all being called to show up in a new way. We're all going through the transformations and redirections of our journey towards our destination and our next steps on this earth. So there's going to be a lot going on with the change of the winds. And, in the US, you've got the elections going on, big changes coming in November. It's to be with it all and just to ride the waves, ride the wave, ride the wave as these changes take place. Stay on top of the wave like a surfer. You're going to ride these waves. You don't want to, if you go under, you've got to use your breath to get back on top, and then you ride the wave. So we're listening to the wave intuitively, and we're moving with it. We're moving energetically with it. You are blessed. You are blessed because you're divine and beautiful, and your heart is beautiful, and you're reclaiming your heart again. You're reclaiming your heart. And the way you reclaim your heart is by loving yourself, having compassion for your journey, understanding what took place, and giving yourself the love that you always wish you had from someone else. You are being called to give that love to yourselves. And as you give that love to yourselves, your heart gate starts to open. And as your heart gate starts to open, you can allow more love in. And as you allow more love in, you are vibrating a new frequency of love. And you're filling yourself up with divine love, not looking to others to validate you, looking externally for love, but you're filling yourself up from the inside. And as you fill yourself up from the inside, your heart expands, and that vibration that you're emitting, others will start to feel you magnetically and start to come towards you and meet you at the same vibration. So loving connections. And look at the card. Loyal hearts. Loyal hearts. Yes. Loyal hearts are coming in as we let go of the pain of the past and the wounding and guarding of the heart and the armor around our hearts. We are attracting loving connections, loyal hearts, people who have our back, who feel our love, who connect with us, lovingly, because they can feel the radiance from our heart and the love that we vibrate, but that we have to have that love for ourselves. So taking care of ourselves, taking care of our needs, listening to the body, knowing when we need rest and when we need to step forward, learning to be and be with our processes, learning to be with our grief if we need to be with our grief, and learning to be with ourselves and listen to our emotions, no longer suppressing them, no longer pushing them down, but allowing them, allowing them, allowing them, allowing them. Wow, they said that so many times, allowing them. Because just like the waves, they don't stop flowing. the ocean and the waves move and then they settle. Sometimes they're high, sometimes they're low, but they're allowed to flow. Our emotions are also meant to flow. All the suppression leads to stagnation, entrapment, stuckness, and we are meant to be liberated as a soul. We're meant to flow. Our emotions are meant to flow. They were never meant to be suppressed. That's why we have so much sickness and illness on the planet, and disharmony and sadness and anger, because we've been taught to suppress our emotions, but now we're not doing that anymore. We're honoring our emotions, because our emotions are so intelligent that they tell us so much about our journey and where we're at. If we don't experience duality, we'll never know what unity really feels like. If we don't know the extremes of energies, we'll never come back to the middle path. We won't even know what the middle path is. So we're finding balance within our emotions. We're finding the balance between our light and dark, the heaviness, the sadness and happiness. We're finding our way back to what is our true alignment and what fulfills our needs and what makes us happy from within. And that happiness doesn't come from someone else outside of you. We don't give that power to someone outside of us to make us happy. We take it back. We bring it down from source. We bring it down from our higher self and our oversoul. And we fill our heart up with unconditional first by taking care of ourselves, by doing and nurturing ourselves and doing what makes us happy. And then we give that energy out to others. And that it comes from a place of overflow and love and expansion and plenty, rather than when we're depleted and we don't even have any love. We don't even give that love to ourselves. And then we give from there. It's empty. It's tired. It's depleted love. And no one wants that love. So we have to fill ourselves up first from within. And then we give to everyone outside of ourselves. So if you are going through the grieving process right now, just be with it. Honor your emotions. Sit in the pain. Don't put pressure on yourself to rush the process, but feel everything, and slowly it will start to release, so that you can make space for the new energies that are coming in. So cry your tears, let go of the grief, feel it all, have compassion for yourselves, and then allow the energies to flow through you. So, November's a big month with lots of changes. And then we're going into December. So there's a lot happening in November and there's a lot happening in December. My goodness, so much. But I'll bring you the November energy update next week. We're literally a few days away, so I'll bring that shortly. But change, or the word I'm hearing is change, new directions and change coming. And there is a lot of change coming, lots of change. So, yeah, be with the process of grief. I think that's really important, the message that he's giving today. So I hope you're all doing well. And, it's really nice that you are communicating with each other in the comments so that you're not going through this process alone. I think that's so important for us to know, that we're not going through this alone. We're going through this as a family, a human family and a human collective. We're all on this journey together. So it's not to judge yourselves of where you're at, even if you're lost right now, not to judge yourselves, but just to sit in that energy of feeling lost, and going through your processes, to feel everything that you're feeling and being with yourself in that space, because you're going through a transformation. So next week, some people were asking me about channeling. I am running a channeling course next weekend with the I Am Councils of Light. So it's called New Earth. What now? It's a New Earth channeling course with the I Am Council, and it's what now? So, we are all being called to step into our next level and take up our places in new ways. And it will help you to connect with the guides. There's new guides coming through as we go into the higher vibrations. We will connect with the I Am Councils, connect with the Council of One. They have new information for us. If you haven't channeled before, you will learn how to channel. And during the 3 days, you will receive activations, you'll receive clearing, your antennas will get stronger and clearer, you'll channel messages from your guides, you'll receive information about New Earth and the positions you're meant to hold in the new spaces now as we transition into the new higher vibrations. So there'll be so much that will be shared on that course. So that's next weekend. I will put the links below. And we're also working with money. activate your 5D money blueprint. So tapping into infinite abundance, the abundance that comes from source. You know, when I went through my transition and I was shown many things in the cosmos, the spirit took me to show where my abundance comes from. And that's what I teach now. How did I go from scarcity to lack? How did I go from entrapment to freedom? How did I activate my money blueprint? And how do we thrive through this time and in the new earth vibration? So we'll be unplugging from the old system of money, limited money, and we'll be plugging into the fifth dimensional frequency of abundance. So I'm going to take you on many, many journeys. We're going to look at so many things and go on many transmissions, clearing, looking at our money beliefs and healing a lot of stuck energy when it comes to money. So you can have a look at that. All the details are below and the links below. And yeah, share anything that you want to share with each other on this platform. Use it to share, connect, express, because this space is held for you and anyone who is now wanting and on the way to New Earth. We're going, this is a light ship, a high frequency light ship, and we are here to hold space and we are here to journey into the new vibrations. So, it's beautiful. I'm happy that you're all here. Our soul family is growing, and we will hold this space to journey together and bring you any messages that I'm guided to share. So it's lovely to connect with everyone. Welcome again if you are new. I'm on Instagram, I'm on TikTok, I'm on Facebook. You can connect with me there, and you can also join the newsletter if you want to. All the links are below. I also have a beautiful album on Spotify if you want to listen to that. It's just high frequency activations. It's called Devotion to the Light. The link is also below. So listen with headphones. It's powerful. It's a powerful album that I was asked to create in 2020 by Spirit when we were going through the pandemic to keep the quantum vibrations high. It's, very activating and high frequency. So you can use that as well as a tool to help you through this time. Okay, so I send everyone love. I hope you're doing well, and I'll see you soon. I'll see you on the next video. Take care, everyone, and see you soon.